Hi guys, and welcome back to Simply Forex, the channel dedicated to you, the trader. We want you to be successful in the markets. So guys, I'm going to give you some gold every day. I'm going to let you know which currency pairs I'm looking to trade and which direction. And I'm also going to let you know which news that you must be aware of. So let's take a look at the chart and what I'm potentially going to trade today. Good morning traders, welcome back to Simply Forex. Coming to you live from the Philippines, very beautiful country. It's a little bit windy, as you could probably hear as well. But guys, that's the beauty of trading. You can literally do it from anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet connection. I'm here for a couple of weeks guys, but yeah, don't worry, I'll be doing the daily morning analysis every single morning as usual. So let's take a look at the charts for today. Good morning traders, how are you on this beautiful morning? I hope you are well. Today is Wednesday the 12th of October. And if you can barely see me in the corner, guys, I'm a little bit dark this morning. I apologize. I literally have every light on in this room, but I am not facing the window which lets all the light in. But without boring you to death, I will spare you the details of how little light I have. But as you can see, I'm quite dark this morning, guys. But I'm on my travels, so I apologize. I don't have my normal setup. I'm waffling on this morning. Guys, a couple of things to mention before we look at the trades from yesterday. Guys, come and join our Discord channel. Yeah, the link is in the comments below the vid. More and more traders joining every day and sharing their wonderful ideas. Also, guys, we won't be doing the live stream for the next 2 weeks because I'm actually on holiday, guys. So just for 2 weeks we won't be doing the live stream. After that, normal business will resume. And also, guys, if you're interested in being mentored by myself, then please email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. Right, I think that's everything, guys. But so yeah, let's do what we usually do by looking at yesterday's trades. We'll then look at today's potential trades, and we'll look at the important news for today as well. So yesterday, guys, it was quite a whipsaw day. Charts were moving in one direction, then quickly in another. So let's see how that affected us and how we could trade. So from yesterday, guys, we had 4 potential trades. Yeah, well, we had 2 potential trades and 2 trades that we could trade if certain criteria was met. So the first one that we were looking at yesterday was euro against the Canadian dollar, guys. And we were looking to buy this pair for these reasons, all right? So price was clearly in an uptrend. You don't have to be Warren Buffett. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Okay? Warren Buffett would tell you that's in an uptrend. And it is. Yeah, and then price comes down and touches these last lows here. Okay? And then we get this rejection wick. Alright, so the idea was to become, because of this rejection wick at this area, which was once resistance, is now support. Bear with me, guys. I have just got up. Alright, so yeah, what was once resistance becomes support. We love this pattern. Yeah, so the idea was to take price back up to here. Okay, if we zoom in, guys, you'll see, yeah, this rejection wick. You know, this candle could have been more bullish, but that rejection wick at this level was good enough for me. Okay, so let's see how we traded this pair. Let's drop down to the H1 chart. So yeah, so there was an entry candle, but this was a perfect example of reading the bigger picture. All right, I mentioned this in the Discord channel a few days ago. Yeah, you're trading on the H1. Well, you're trading the day view. Yeah, long or short because of the day chart. Then we drop down to the H1, which is our execution time frame. So we are trading the H1. But you also need to be aware of what is happening
on, you know, the H4 and the day chart as it plays out. So this was a perfect example of this. Let me explain. So as you can see, guys, price left our grey zone, and then price come down to our grey zone. All right, and then we got this candle fall. Okay, so for me, this is a good entry candle. This is a bearish engulfing, sorry, a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. All right, so you could have entered on the close of this candle, put your stop below the low, and you would have got a risk to reward of 1:1. Yeah, it didn't quite hit the last H1 highs. Okay, but you would have got your risk to reward of 1:1, which is the minimum I look for, guys. Close 80% and let 20% to run. Okay, but I didn't enter this pair because of this, guys. If I show you the H4 chart now, and what I'm seeing, guys, is H4 is in a downward structure. Yeah, when these lows were broken over here, yeah, price came up, and then it's been in a downward structure. Okay, yeah, downward structure. And what has actually happened here, guys, if I zoom in, so these last lows, yeah, these last lows here on the H4 is exactly where price has reacted. Yeah, we were seeing a H1 pattern like this. Yeah, this is what we wanted. But on the H4, guys, we were seeing a H4 pattern like this. Yeah, the opposite. All right, so that's what I mean about understanding the bigger picture. Yeah, the H1 time frame is our entry time frame, our execution time frame, but you have to be aware of what's happening on the H4. This H4 chart is telling us we want to move down. And the fact that we got this bearish candle here, guys. Okay, if we didn't get this bearish candle and this reaction here, yeah, if we didn't get this bearish candle that reacted from this area here, I would have bought this pair. Yeah, I still would have bought this pair on the H1, but because of this H4 candle is so bearish, I stayed out of this trade. So that's the H4 chart, guys, and if we drop down to the H1, just to show you, yeah, these candles here were those H4, was the H4 candle. Okay, and then, yeah, it didn't fill me with confidence to start buying this pair. So if I don't feel confident about a pair, then I will not trade it. Okay, you have to be confident with your trade. So guys, I stayed out, and then price has been pretty much caught between this, yeah, this H4 area here and this area of support here. So it's just been sort of come down, and now it doesn't know what to do with itself, guys. So it'll be interesting to see if it breaks this. It could come lower. Yeah, if we get a good break, a break up here, then we could come higher. Okay, guys, we'll see what happens with this trade today. But no trade for me on Euro Canadian dollar. The next one, guys, was this. This was gold against the US dollar, and we were looking to short this pair. So, yeah, price was clearly in a downtrend, guys. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then price come back up and tested this high. Okay. And then we had, yeah, a few bearish candles. But the bearish candle that we really liked was this one. Yeah. So this bearish candle as part of this downward structure. All right, and the fact that it broke these last lows here. Okay, this candle. Yeah, all of this give us the confidence we needed to start shorting this pair. All right, so downward structure, bearish candle, broke all of these lows. We like this as a short. All right, but let's look at H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And this was a tricky one to trade, this, guys. So remember, guys, we had a couple of options how we could trade this pair. So first of all, price could come up into this grey zone, we get a reaction, we come lower. Obviously that didn't happen. But if you remember also from my trade ideas yesterday, guys, I also said you could come up and trade the first candlestick pattern that you saw and then come lower. Okay? And arguably, well, not arguably, this was the first candle, but obviously I'm not trading here. Okay? But this was such candle. Okay? For some of you who do trade the Tokyo session. But there's no room here. There's no room to this last H1 low. I mean, you would get your risk to reward of 1:1. But for me, guys, all of this area here is just choppy. Yeah, it's difficult to trade. It's difficult to look for a short. Okay? And then, guys, we get this push out of this zone. So we start coming up to here and entering a value area, a good value area for us to start shorting. But it's difficult to short this. Yeah? Look at all of this buying pressure we have out of this zone. We get followed by a doji, followed by a bearish candle. I mean, if we were being super aggressive, okay, you could trade on this candle. Yeah, we've got a doji followed by a bearish candle. Okay, and the close of this candle closes below the doji. I look for this. I like this. The little things that, yeah, make me quite sad. But no, I look for this, guys. Yeah, it's broken the doji and we've had a bearish candle. So you could trade on the close of this, put your stop here, and you would have got a nice risk to reward. But yeah, again, guys, I'll be very transparent with you what I traded and what I didn't. And I just didn't trade this pair. Yeah, because of all this buying pressure with this candle. Yeah, I was reluctant to short this pair. Yeah, so I didn't trade this pair. Maybe you guys did. If you did, please let me know how you traded this pair. I would love to hear from you. Okay, yeah, but if you did trade that, that would have been a good idea. It would have been a good trade. Okay, and looking at gold today, guys, yeah, could we carry this on if you are in the trade? Yeah, we probably could. I think it's got a little bit lower to come to down to this zone and then even potentially this zone. Right, guys, that was gold from yesterday. And then we had two trades that we liked, but there were a few things we didn't like about them. But just to keep these short and sweet, guys, yeah, oil, basically we had a reaction in this grey zone with this bearish candle here. Okay, so the idea was if H1, just to follow the H1 structure, guys, because we've had this reaction, we just wanted to follow the H1 structure lower. Okay, it is the day trend is upwards. Yeah, we've broken out of this downward channel. We've broken these highs. Okay, so we are in an uptrend, but this grey zone that's plotted on the weekly chart is a nice zone for looking for shorts. All right, but remember what we didn't like was this green candle as well. This is quite a bullish candle up into this grey zone. Okay, so there was a few things we liked and didn't like. Back to the day chart. Yeah, but as you can see, this was yesterday's candle and price has been carried down. So what we were looking for, guys, on the H1 is just for price to come up into this grey zone and then for H1 structure to break down. And it had already done that. So price has come up to this grey zone. Once I get these higher time frame grey zones, a great trade is just to see the H1 structure break down. Okay, so we still don't have a trade. It's still in an uptrend. Yeah, these highs don't get broken, so we don't have higher highs. This is always a red flag as the price could be breaking down. All right, so and then price comes down and breaks these lows. As soon as these lows are broken, H1 trend is in a downtrend, and then we can start shorting this pair. Okay, so again, guys, yeah, there was this candle which I actually took a trade from. All right, so price was in our grey zone. In an ideal world, I wanted price to come back up and test these lows. Okay, so price to come back up here, test these lows, then we come down. But instead, what did happen is this. I also like this as a trade. So when we get this sort of, it's usually overnight, yeah, where price is just moving sideways, okay? But then we got this candle, yeah, that broke these lows. Yeah, it broke the last H1 lows. It's more bearish than the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 candles. So I like this setup. You get indecision followed by a candle that is with the direction you want. Okay, so I entered on the close of this candle. I put my stop above this zone. Okay, because if it comes back up above this zone, then yeah, we'll start becoming concerned, shall we say. So I entered here. As soon as I got my risk to reward of 1:1, yeah, round about here. I got a little bit more than risk to reward of 1:1. Closed 80% here, guys. All right, and now I'm letting 20% run. And what I have actually done is, as we see price action move, yeah, you can see it's come back down here. This is now the last swing high on the H1. So my stop loss was here, but for the remaining 20%, I will put my stop loss here. Remember, this is only for the remaining 20% of the trade. I've already closed 80% here. All right, guys, so I'm still in this trade, successful trade on oil. Yeah, and I still think this has room to the downside. If we take a quick look at the day chart, yeah, I still think it has room down to this blue line, even down, back down to here. To be honest with you guys, I'd actually move this. I'd move it to coincide with this. Yeah, back down to here. I'd move it to coincide with this low, this low. But it could come back down all the way down to these lows. Okay, but that's days away, weeks away. But looking at this candle from yesterday, yeah, what's not to like about short this today as well. Okay, guys, that was oil. And then Euro Aussie dollar was a similar scenario. So this is our grey zone. Let me put this in. So when price comes up and reaches this grey zone here, all right, yeah, so we basically, when we get these historical highs over here, we want to see price react in this grey zone. Okay, so don't get me wrong, we have bullish candles. Yeah, we had a bullish candle in this grey zone, but the wick closed and it held. Yesterday's candle hasn't, so I wouldn't keep short in this pair. All right, but what we were looking for, guys, when price enters this grey zone, yeah, so this was all yesterday's price action. I just basically want to see a breakdown in H1 structure, and we just didn't get it. So this is the H1, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. This was then the last low, which just held, yeah? These wicks here, these closed back below this low here. So this low held, and we are still looking upwards, all right? I wouldn't take this trade anymore because it's broken out of this grey zone and on the day chart. So I'd leave this trade alone. All right, guys. But yeah, I had a good trade on oil. I also had another trade which I'm going to show you shortly. But that's the recap finished. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed the recap, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash that notification button, guys, and also smash the like button. That will be greatly appreciated. Guys, I'm in the corner. Hello, if you could barely see me. It's my suntan. It's that dark. I'm only joking. It's not my suntan. If anything, I'm red. It's the lighting in the room. I won't bore you with it all, but I'm, yeah, on holiday. It's not my usual setup. I'm dark. What can I do? Guys, yeah, before the trade ideas today, just got to mention a couple of things. So we've got a Discord channel, guys. Come join it. Yeah, lots of great traders in there sharing great ideas. So the link is in the comments below the vid. Also, guys, for the next 2 weeks, we won't have our live stream on Wednesdays because I'm on holiday. Yeah, we won't be doing that. But when I get back, business as usual. And also, guys, if you're interested in being mentored by myself one-on-one, then please email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. And also, guys, one really important thing my editor wanted me to mention is, what's the best word for it? There's some absolute scumbags out there who are posing as Simply Forex. And some of our subscribers, regular viewers, have been asked for money or some other things, guys. But I just want to get it clear. We will never ask you for money or anything unless you join the mentorship program. But unless you've enrolled in that, we will never ask you for any money for anything. Yeah, we will just, show you the trade ideas for free. Okay, so guys, be careful of imposters. Yeah, the scumbags that are out there. Okay, so we've mentioned all of that, guys. Let me just now show you the trade ideas for Wednesday, the 12th of October. But before I do, guys, I just wanted to show you some things that happened yesterday and what I'm seeing that are also interesting and good for your brain, your knowledge. So the first one, guys, is this. This is the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. All right, and I just wanted to show you a trade that I really like on when these come up in the markets. So as you can see, guys, the US dollar Canadian dollar is at this high here. So I'm going to put it in a grey zone. Yeah, it's this zone here. These are the last highs, and they're still holding. Okay, we had this wick yesterday that closed inside. All right, so these highs are holding. All right, but and it's technically in a downtrend as well, so potentially a good short this one. But my point is, guys, once price comes up to these last daily highs, okay, which is basically this grey zone. Yeah, so this is a day chart. Price has come up and started testing these last highs. All I do, guys, is drop down to the H1 chart. This is where I'm going to execute. And I'm looking for a break in structure or this. So you'll find, guys, this is quite common. Sorry, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just adjusting the chart. Yeah, I hope your eyes are okay. But when we get this, guys, when we get a box of indecision like this, yeah, look at this box of indecision for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, because it's at these highs. Yeah, price is saying to itself, shall we go higher? Oh, I don't know, we're at the high. Shall we go higher? Oh, I don't know, we're at the high. Yeah, that's basically basically what is happening here. Hence this box of indecision. Okay, as soon as I get this candle, yeah, I'm entering this trade short. All right, so we get an indecision followed by a candle that says, right, I know what direction we're going in now, follow me. Yeah, and that's all this entry candle is telling us. It's saying, I'm in control, let me hold your hand and you can come with me. All right, and that's exactly what I do, guys. I entered half my trade size. Okay, so if my trade size is 100k lots, always do 100k just to keep it nice and simple for the mathematics. Then I would enter 50k at the close. All right. Okay, I would enter 50k at the close. I would put my stop above the entry candle. And then if I got a retrace up to here, let's say, I would enter another 50k. But on this occasion, I didn't get a retrace. So I was just in this trade for 50k. And then basically, guys, I'm looking, it's almost like a scalp. I'm just looking for some quick profits. And it happens all pretty quickly. Okay. And I got out, I think I got out a bit before this, guys, to be honest. Okay. All right. So I got a little bit under a risk to reward of 1:1, bearing in mind my stops here. But it's more of a scalping method strategy. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that, guys. If you get this box of indecision on any time frame, followed by a candle that says, come on, enough's enough, come follow me, follow it. Yeah, follow it down. Okay. It also come back up, gave us another opportunity to get into this pair and then come really shoot it down. All right, guys, but just wanted to show you that on US dollar, Canadian dollar. I mentioned this on the Discord channel, so I hope a few of our regular traders took this. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that, guys. So let's remove that, because that's not a trade idea. That's just showing you a little strategy, scalping strategy. And also, guys, before we do the trade ideas for today, we have to be aware of this dollar index. Obviously, a lot of you guys trade the US dollar majors. Yeah, they're the most traded pairs in the world. But now, guys, you can see that this dollar index is at these last highs. So, yeah, would I keep shorting? You know, would I keep basically backing would I keep backing US dollar strength? I don't know. Yeah, because it's coming up and hitting this resistance now. So you must be aware of what this dollar index is doing, guys, and it's now hitting these last highs. So I just wanted you to be aware of this if you're looking to trade any US dollar pairs today. All right, guys, we'll get rid of that now as well. So let's look at our trade ideas for today. So Wednesday, the 12th of October, we've got 3 potential trade ideas. The first one is this. This is oil. Yeah, and we were shorting this from yesterday. I'm still in this trade for 20%. Okay, but if we start with the weekly chart here, guys, I think that makes sense with oil. All right. Yeah, and this is what this big grey zone is for. So price come up, it was using it as support. When it breaks, we're now using it as resistance. Okay, so that's the idea on the weekly chart. All right. So the weekly chart supports our short idea. Then if we go down to the day chart, yeah, at our grey zone, we've had this candle followed by this candle. All right, so sellers are in control. Yeah, this is against trend on the day chart. All right, if I zoom out a little bit, guys, you can clearly see that price was in a downtrend. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Didn't create a lower low, and then price has shot up. So it's broken this high and even this high, guys. So on the day chart, this is an against trend trade, but on the weekly chart, we are with trend. So, but yeah, it's bounced off our grey zone and we've got these 2 red bearish candles. Let's drop down to the H1 now, guys, to see our entry candle, our entry zones. So let me remove this big grey zone because that's the one for the weekly chart. But what I am interested in, guys, is this. Because this is an against trend trade on the day chart, if price breaks above this grey zone, then for me, H1 structure has broken and I'm not interested. Okay, I want to get that clear. So if it breaks above here, not interested. But if price comes up to this grey zone, yeah, tests these last H1 highs, we get a bearish reaction, we can then enter this chart. Okay, take price back down to these last H1 lows. This is where we always close 80% and then leave 20% to run, guys. All right, so that's what I'm looking for on oil today. It could be a scenario if it doesn't come up to our grey zone where we get this kind of pattern, you know, the pattern we know and love. Yeah, and that's also tradable here, guys. All right, but yeah, in an ideal world, it comes back up to here and then we can come lower. All right, guys, so oil, we're looking to short that. The next idea is this. Is the euro against the pound. To be honest with you guys, there were lots of pound trades potentially, yeah, because we're having large trades against pound strength. So the pound has weakened yesterday. So there was a lot of possible trades with the pound pairs. I've chosen 2 of the best. Okay, so what I'm looking for here, guys, we're looking for longs. Okay, so arguably price is still in a downtrend, okay, but price was in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, and then, as you know, pound came storming back, and it has technically broken this low here. But what I'm seeing, guys, is this is a correction, yeah, because of all of this price movement. Yeah, price needs to correct itself a little bit, okay? And that's what I think is happening now. Price is going to correct itself. Then it's going to find its equilibrium. All right, so I'm looking to buy this pair. So we've had a lot of indecision. Yeah, we've 2 days of indecision with these dojis here. And then bang, we have this bullish candle. All right, so the idea is just to come from our grey zone back up to this blue higher time frame target of 8,900, this psychological level. All right, it doesn't look like there's a lot of room to move into, but there's a good 60 pips there, guys, as we speak. So I'm looking to buy this pair. If we go down to the H1 chart, we've just got the one grey zone, guys. So what I want to see is price come back into this grey zone, retrace into this grey zone. Want to see a bullish candlestick pattern or a bullish reaction. We take price back up to these last highs. Okay, this 8850 would be a good area. Close 80% of the trade, okay, and then let 20% run. Okay, guys. If price comes back and breaks down into this zone, I'm not interested. Yeah, price could do this. Yeah, all right. So yeah, this grey zone is all important, guys. If it breaks below, not interested. But if we get the bullish reaction we're after, we are interested. All right, euro pound. We're looking to buy this pair, and another pound pair was this pound against the Japanese yen. So we're looking to short this pair. This is definitely in a downtrend. Okay, so yeah, price came shooting down, yeah, breaking all of these lows. It's come shooting up. As you know, the pound is more volatile than my ex-girlfriend, and price is now coming down again. All right, so we do have lower highs and we have lower lows. All right, so let me try and draw some lines. Looks like a child has drawn those lines. I apologize. This is the work of a madman. But you can clearly see structures in a downtrend. All right, and then, like with a lot of the pound pairs, we're seeing this very, depending on the pair, we're seeing a very bearish or bullish candle, daily candle form. And we're seeing a very bearish daily candle form here with trend. Okay. So the idea is just to take price lower. We're taking it first back down to this blue line from one of our grey zones at its 159.50 level, or even this blue zone here, guys. Okay, so we're shorting this pair for those reasons. And the reason I have this blue tight target is because of these last lows here. Okay. All right, so let's go down to the H1 chart now to see how we're going to trade this pair. And we've got a couple of grey zones here, guys. So price could just come up to this grey zone. Yeah, we get a bearish reaction. We can then take price lower. If we get a risk to reward of 1:1, we can close at the last H1 low. If not, we might have to let it run a bit before we close out 80%. But yeah, when we get that, we close the 80%. And then we let 20% run. Okay, if that doesn't happen, guys, price could react back up into this grey zone, and again we want to see the same bearish reaction. Enter the chart. I would probably close 80% in this in the next grey zone, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, guys, so pound against the yen, we're also looking to short this pair. All right, guys, so they're the 3 trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, I hope you are, then please come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash that like button. Help support the channel. Merci beaucoup. Right, news for Wednesday, October 12th. So, nothing overnight, guys, that we're interested in. The first piece of news that we are interested in is this. At 7 o'clock, London GMT, we have got 4 3-star rating news coming out of the pound, yeah, and it's all to do with the GDP, guys. Yeah, we've got GDP, manufacturing production, and more GDP. Okay, so guys, yeah, this could really move the pound today. So if you're in any pound pair, be aware of this news. It could go slightly crazy. All right. After that, guys, if we carry on down, the next piece of news we're interested in is this. At 1:30 London GMT, coming out of the US, we've got PPI figures. And then an hour later at 2:30 London GMT, coming out of the Euro, we've got the head of the ECB, Lagarde, speaking. So obviously when she speaks, she could move the Euro. After that, guys, at 5 o'clock London GMT, coming out of the US, we've got the short-term energy outlook. Again, this could move any US dollar pair. And then at 7 o'clock, yeah, so a big piece of news really. At 7 o'clock, coming out of the US, we've got the Fed meeting minutes. All right, guys. So, yeah, again, this could move any US dollar pair. So quite a busy news day today, guys. So, yeah, trade appropriately. That's it, guys. Finished the vid. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a fantastically wonderful, marvelous trading day. And I'll see you tomorrow.